My name is Daver and welcome to 2023 and my shop. What have I been up to? Well, pretty much just kind of recovering from the holidays, and I know it's been a while since the holidays now.
Happy New Year!
It's a little late, frankly, for the Happy New Year's, you know?
I've been working on some small personal projects around my house, but I will say that my next build video will be a pair of Viking chairs, and to show that I'm serious about it, I have the lumber already for it. I'm using southern yellow pine, which I know is a little bit of a deviation from the woods that I have been using, but these will be for a backyard. As you can tell, I'm not very far along in the project and I have a little bit of work to do, but hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'll be able to get that done. If you do follow my channel, you'll notice that I put out I almost call it a TikTok, a YouTube short. And that YouTube short was essentially me taking some poplar. It was a panel that I had milled and glued up and seeing if I can make it look a little bit nicer. Let's see if we can make a piece of poplar look good. And that was for something that was in my house, and it was actually a storage cabinet in my dining room that I made a couple years ago now. My name's Daver, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how I made this storage cabinet. And I just wanted to put some kind of wood top on there, and I figured, hey, why not use my own furniture to experiment a little? So if you haven't seen my YouTube short, you can check it out on my channel. And I want to say something about YouTube shorts. Now, I don't like making YouTube shorts. They're pretty much TikToks, and I feel like it's out of place on YouTube. For me, making long form content, I think provides more value, and for me as a YouTube customer myself, I like watching long form content. If I want to see something short, I'll just go to TikTok. Now I know TikTok may or may not be around for much longer, and you also have Instagram Reels, which most people just cross post all their stuff from TikTok to Reels and now YouTube Shorts. And the thing that YouTube is doing is they're really trying to push YouTube Shorts. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's trying to be something that somebody else is already doing it and doing it the best. So that leads me to ask everyone, do you get anything out of YouTube Shorts? Is it something you enjoy? It seems like you'll be fighting the tide, swimming upstream, going against the grain. That's a better one for a woodworking channel if you don't want to do them. I like making long form content, but it does take some time and it is a lot of work, but that's why YouTube is YouTube. I feel like, are they going to be prioritizing YouTube Shorts in a year or two? And is everybody gonna be moving to Vimeo or another service that allows you to upload long form content? I don't know. Another thing that I've been up to so far this year is trying to get my woodworking business off the ground a little bit more. Had a couple sales during the holidays, but it really wasn't like a full push or what we could have done. So 2023, I've tried to prioritize my woodworking business and try to get more sales and also make a shift to making smaller woodworking items to making furniture. I want to make furniture. That's my dream for woodworking, eventually to be able to design and make my own furniture. That could be something that I may bring into this channel, is my woodworking business journey and my furniture making journey in 2023. Fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. So let's talk about updates to this shop in 2023. One of those things would be integrating my job site table saw into my workbench. My first table saw was integrated into my workbench, and I kind of made the workbench around that with the tabletop being the outfeed. And I've been suffering and being very stressed out trying to use another shop table or shop bench for the outfeed for that saw, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. So what I want to do is get it off its mobile base and integrate it into my workbench. Another thing that I want to do is, again, just get the layout right. It's very cluttered and cramped in here right now, and there are a lot of things I could probably rearrange to to make the shop more efficient. And I also have to think about my workflow. I've thought about it a couple times, but I never really sat down to map it out. And that's probably going to be a video as well this year, is mapping out my shop and see how I can make it more efficient. So what's in store for 2023 and the channel, I don't really know. And I'm having some challenges trying to figure out what the direction of this channel is and where my place is in the YouTube woodworking sphere. There are thousands of woodworkers that are on YouTube and other social media platforms now, it seems like, and I don't want to be making the same thing. I really want to make something that's going to be entertaining and fun, and maybe people will learn from it, but I also want to have fun and learn as well. And I think that one problem I had in 2022 was I was making more content than I thought I was going to, but I really wasn't growing as a woodworker, at least that's what it felt like, and I wasn't learning the things that I wanted to learn. I was spending all my time making videos about something I already knew about. So I think in 2023, I need to approach my videos in a way that will help me learn, the viewer learn, but also be fun and, I don't want to say original, but not the same as everything out there. And it just feels like there's a sea of noise of woodworking YouTubers or maker YouTubers now. And I think that's good, but it's also bad at the same time for those who kind of want to be different and maybe are doing something different. They might get lost in all those other YouTubers out there. So I don't really know what the direction is. I have an idea. I mentioned it last year. There are some really ambitious video ideas, like video essays on more of the history of woodworking and things like that, that I may actually do and is different than what I've been doing before. I think as a creator, it's gonna help me stay fresher, but I also am gonna learn more about woodworking and the history, and maybe make a video on the history of Scandinavian woodworking and then make a Scandinavian inspired piece. I don't know. I would be curious to hear what you think about YouTube and woodworkers and the whole direction these channels are going. I was really thinking hard last year about where I'm going as a woodworker and a content creator on this platform, and what's my mission. Ultimately, what my goal is to, I want to be careful, I don't want to sound like an ass. My goal is to make woodworking cool, I guess, and inspire others to want to start doing it regardless of the amount of tools they have or the cost of tools. Let's be honest, I do have a lot of tools. I spent my own money on most of them, inherited others, and they're mediocre tools. They're not the most expensive. They're very middle of the road, which kind of aligns with me as a woodworker. I have my Harbor Freight reciprocating saw, oscillating tool. This is my miter saw. It's a Craftsman. Save your comments. I'm very middle of the road right now, and the tools fit my skill level. Eventually, as I level up and get better, I'll get better, more expensive tools, but right now the tools kind of match me as a woodworker. That said, I want to remove barriers that people may put in front of them that they just don't start woodworking and they think they can't do it. So I guess my goal is to A, make it cool and fun for people who might be like interested in it, and show them that it's not stuffy and boring and uptight. Obviously you have to be safe, but there's a difference. And also just make it interesting and let people know how you can actually be creative in woodworking, and it is an art form. I'm not saying I'm an artist, but there are woodworkers that are, and it's another way to express yourself. And I think that there are a lot of people who are terrified to get into it or think they can't get into it, and my mission is to show them that you can, and anyone can do this. All right, well, that's pretty much the state of the shop at the beginning of 2023. So currently it's messy. I'm directionless. I'm trying to figure things out, and hopefully I'll get a video or two out sooner than later. In the meantime, I have a bunch of other videos you can watch on the channel. You can see my growth as a woodworker, and you might get a kick out of it. There's some gems in there. There's some cool projects. There's probably also some really hacky garbage. Hopefully you won't have to wait too long for a new video to be out. And in the meantime, I wish you all the luck in 2023. Let's make this year a good one together. And until next time, take care.